real quick video. I'm not going to be doing a lot of stuff in it because it's already been done, but I wanted to show you how I need to replace the O2 sensors on this. And so what I did is I was able to get the generic style Bosch planar style O2 sensors that cost about 35 bucks each. And I put them in the location that the pair reed valve used to belong in. So that way they're really easy to change, and but it takes a little bit of time to get them in there. So real quick, what I can show you down here is if you look in here, you can see that my O2 sensors, there's one right there, right here, and then there's one on that side, right here. See it? Okay, so those O2 sensors used to live right down here. Here's right before your catalytic converter. I also want to specify that this will only work on the OBD1 LandCruisers. That means the 1993 and the 1994 one, because the O2 sensors are pre-cat, so they used to live right up here. So essentially what I did was I removed the catalytic converter, and then I removed the pipes that come off the headers, or the exhaust manifold. And I don't know if you can see up inside here, but then I made a plate right there, a block-off plate. See that block-off plate? There's the block-off plate. So I made some block-off plates to close up those old O2 sensor holes. While I had my catalytic converter off, I went ahead and looked through it and made sure that it wasn't clogged, and it still looks great. Now the problem that we ran into though is over time these flanges like to rust, and so when you take them off, then they don't like to seal very well, even though I got new gaskets and everything for it, and I'll put a link to those gaskets that I used in the description. But so we had some leaks here after we put the catalytic converter on, and what I went ahead and did was this stuff actually works pretty darn good for filling in those cracks. And I've been running like this for about a month now, and I haven't had any leaks, and it hasn't shown any sign of cracking or wearing off. We'll see what how it does over the long haul, but that seems to work pretty good for now. So here's your pair reed system that you're going to want to remove. Mine wasn't even functioning, but it was all there. So now, if you live in a place, a state, or a city that requires you to pass emissions test, you can't really do this. Basically, this all kind of, if you have a car like this, you know where it goes. It's going to sit right up here. And then these pipes will come down along the side. These pipes actually take place right where I put those two O2 sensors. So you take all this stuff off, and this box used to go right here like that. So what I did then is I just kept that pipe there, and then I just went down and got a PVC plug and plugged that guy up, and remove all of your pair reed valve stuff. Some of you may not be able to do this because this is very hard to get to. The VSVs live underneath your intake, and the only reason I was able to do this is because we had to do the head gasket, so I had all this out anyway, so that's when I took all this apart. But these live right underneath here. So what you're going to do when you take your pair reed valve, there's a few ports that you'll need to have plugged up. So any vacuum lines that are going to the pair reed, you'll want to make sure that those are capped off and not leaking anywhere. So once you got that going, then you can go ahead and have your O2 sensors living right up here. Let me grab the box of the O2 sensors to show you what they were. So these are the sensors. I've had them in there for a few months, and I haven't once had any codes thrown, and I'm getting a little better gas mileage. It's a 15728. And they have these cool easy lock system that are very easy to put them together. And I will also link to you in the bottom the color code of the what wire goes to what wire, so that way it's easy for you to wire them up. And yeah, and then here's the You know, we might be able to do it right here. Let's see. Yeah, so if you can see this, this is the original wiring harness right here for the O2 sensor. So it looks like we've got the brown wire from your, oh, wait a minute, is that right? Yeah, your brown wire from your original wiring harness goes to a white. The white wire goes to a white. And we flip it over, and a blue wire goes to the black, and a gray wire goes to the gray. And like I said, I'll put that in the description as well, so you will remember that. And there you go. Now it's super easy to change out your O2 sensors, and you don't have your pair read anymore, and it makes a little bit better gas mileage, and the car seems happy. So that was a real quick, short one for you today. Hope you enjoy. Thanks. Bye.